So one of the things I've been thinking about quite a bit lately is marriage in isolation and what effect isolation has with marriage. And the word that I want to concentrate on right now is proximity. Now, with proximity, both blessing and curse can result from proximity. Blessing in that we get to spend more time with our family. We're not chasing our kids around. Like for us, having teenagers, we're not chasing them around for school events and hockey and stuff like that. But the whole family is together. Also for marriages, spouses are home more from work. So spending a lot more time together, and so it's an opportunity to grow as there's an excitement, there's a blessing that we're together on the same side, on the same kind of way of thinking. Proximities also can bring a curse, in that when there's tension in the proximity, it brings hurt feelings and feelings of dislike and sometimes hatred, sometimes worse, that are coming out through this through the tension and through the hurt. And so just in the next couple of minutes, I just want to help us navigate this tension, navigate this blessing or curse for proximity. So the first thing I want to talk about is knowledge. There's a couple things that we need to know. First of all, we're all on edge. Everyone. This has turned our world upside down. Everyone's on edge. And so we need to understand that when we're on edge, we do not respond well to difficult things. We respond poorly. And here's how it's played out. We all, especially in when we're stressed, we all desire grace to be extended to us. But we're all very stingy in extending it to others under stress. And so we need to be aware of this. This is really, really important for us to understand. Secondly, what God is trying to build, the enemy is trying to destroy. So God has given us this opportunity through proximity to grow in intimacy, both with Him and with our family, with our spouse. Now the enemy wants to destroy that. John 10:10 says, "The thief comes to steal, kill, and destroy. But I have come that you might have life and have it to the full." So what God's trying to build, the enemy is always trying to tear apart. And he doesn't want a little bit of destruction. He wants to destroy you completely. And so we need to be aware of this. This is really important knowledge for us to understand what's going on. So what do we do with this? I think there's just a couple things. First of all, we need to be aware that our default drift during a stressful or crisis period like we're in is towards not giving grace where grace it needs to be extended, but desperately desiring to have it. And so what this awareness needs to bring to us is a mindset that I'm not going to do this. I am going to extend grace to others just like I want grace extended to me. That's really, it has to be intentional. It has to be something you decide to do. And secondly, along that idea of awareness is we need to be aware that there's a spiritual battle going on for your home and for your marriage. You need to be aware of that. This is important. And so these little things are extremely important. And so when we fail to extend the grace that is needed to give to other people, then this is where we need to go with it. The second thing is we need to practice forgiveness, repentance, and reconciliation. So important. You can't let things fester, especially in close proximity. The tension just mounts, and you need to deal with things quickly. This is what Paul says in Romans chapter 12. I just want to read a few verses starting in verse 9. And it's how the church is meant to treat one another. And I think if we treated one another like Paul tells the church to treat in our marriages would flourish. And so here's what he says. Love must be sincere. Hate what is evil. Cling to what is good. Be devoted to one another in love. Honor one another above yourselves. So if we practice this, if we outdo one another in honor, just imagine how that would affect our marriages. And so this is just my little challenge for you in your marriage. It's not meant to be an overall fix. It's just one thing that we can think of, that we can be aware of what's going on, intentionally have a mindset to do this. And when we fail, to extend grace to one another in forgiveness and repentance and reconciliation. I hope this helps, and I hope that you have a great day.